the viability of product and plans.
President Ali also recognized the contributions of the CARICOM community and the ministerial task force who dedicated their time to developing the program, thereby enhancing financial accessibility for farmers.
What I would encourage now that you have formalized a program to now open the wings and to invite throughout the region all the other brokers, all the other insurance companies who can be a part of this so that we cover the entire region.
CARICOM's Assistant Secretary General, Joseph Cox, highlighted the importance of agri-insurance in achieving the 25 by 2025 goal, noting that the region's agriculture is vulnerable to climate change impacts. He emphasized that this insurance will empower farmers to adopt sustainable practices, reduce climate risk, and recover more swiftly from natural disasters.
The collective commitment of CARICOM member states to sustainable development and resilience in the face of environmental challenges is exemplified by the launch of this program. Other member states are encouraged to join the initiative to maximize its benefits throughout the community.
The initiative targets 3 primary groups: crop farmers, livestock producers, and fisher folks, aiming to advance and safeguard Vision 2025 against the significant challenges posed by climate change. 9 Caribbean nations, including Guyana, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, have taken the lead in initiating the program. By August, 3 other nations are expected to join. For the HGP Nightly News, I am Carice Gonzalez.
We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
Get a 50-inch TV when you buy a 65-inch or 75-inch TV at the Quartz and Lucky Dollar one-day mattress stand sale on Friday, July 26, 2024. Get mattresses from $12,999 and save 50% on selected mattresses with the early bird deals when you shop from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Enjoy BOGO free on home accessories, bedding accessories, and small appliances. Get a complete queen bed for only $99,999 and free kids bicycles with any adult bicycle purchase. Limited quantities available, so hurry and shop with or without cash and pay $0 down until September. With credit purchases at both Quartz and Lucky Dollar stores. Conditions apply.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
You don't leave anything to chance. Every day you click it, lock it, and mask up. Now press, rub, and wash with Sterling Super Soap. Our antibacterial formula eliminates 99.9% of all germs and bacteria. Clean and moisturize your hands with 4 refreshing and rejuvenating fragrances. Get super clean with Sterling Super Soap.
Krishna Roth Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice fill pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624-616-9416 or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Guyana. On Thursday, August 1st, all roads lead to the National Park as the African Culture and Development Association, ACTA, hosts its 31st Emancipation Festival. Bring the entire family for a day of African cultural celebration with information, sports, African food, free children's fun center, African craft, fashion, and much more. Come see amazing local superstars like Samuel Midas, Charmin Blackman, Big Red, Firstborn, Lambi, Zion Kid, Gadai, Dynamic Force, Brass Kofi, Joro Dancers, Botella Lewis, Nature Boy, and much more, all backed by the famed band. International cultural acts from Suriname and Nigeria. Come, let's culminate our celebration of the culture of our forefathers with special guests all the way from Kingston, Jamaica, Mr. Augustine Dwayne Stevenson and his amazing ensemble. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Adult $1,500 before 5 p.m. $2,000 after. It's a family affair. See you there. Harambe, we all pull together.
Welcome back. You're with the HGP Nightly News. Alliance for Change Chairman David Patterson has called out the state for belatedly correcting issues in Guyana's procurement systems as there continues to be a challenge of contractors completing capital projects in a timely manner. Find out more details from Antonio Day.
Chairman of the Alliance for Change, AFC, David Patterson, said the government's stout of amending policies in the procurement system is totally contrary to reality. The former Minister of Public Works, at his party's press briefing Friday last, flagged the practice of cronyism regarding the awarding of contracts to facilitate capital projects. Patterson claimed that this malpractice has led to several incomplete and substandard works.
The PPP's practice of rewarding their friends, family, and favorites have not delivered on their promised infrastructural development program.
Patterson lamented that this constant practice by the state has significantly affected the progress in several communities.
Bamia Primary School is 1 year after its deadline. It's still incomplete, despite several extensions and excuses. North Rumvelt, St. George's, Christchurch secondary schools remain incomplete and way past their deadline. The secondary school in Kurasabai, that project is at a standstill with no explanation proffered.
The AFC chairman alluded to works at the Cherry Dragon International Airport, which he said are still ongoing. Patterson also lamented the slothfulness in the Cemetery Road project, among others.
Cemetery Road remains incompleted more than 2 years after its deadline, at great inconvenience to the traveling public. Conversation 3, expansion remains incompleted.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Renowned Guyanese cricketers Sir Clive Lloyd and Jamaican Roderick Rainford were conferred with the prestigious Order of the Caribbean Community when heads of CARICOM nations opened their 47th conference in Grenada on Sunday. In accepting the region's highest honor, Sir Clive said, quote, "I'm humbled to be in your midst and to have been considered worthy of the honor of the Order of the Caribbean Community. I'm indeed grateful for your validation and indeed urge your continued support of the development of West Indies cricket spawned by initiatives of the fertile minds of the pertinent Caribbean CARICOM subcommittee." End of quote. The legendary cricketer stated. Sir Clive Lloyd added that, quote, "I have been blessed this award, which emanates from an aggregation that essentially fueled my professional career, holds pride of place." End of quote. Sir Clive captained the West Indies cricket team in 3 World Cups, winning in 1975, where he scored a century, in 1979, and the 1983 final. 2 more Guyana Defence Force ranks were arrested for the possession of cannabis. The ranks were nabbed with 316 pounds of cannabis along Mandela Avenue. More details from Daisy Richards.
Another pair of Guyana Defence Force GDF ranks were nabbed with narcotics. This time, 316 pounds of marijuana was found by police of the Special Branch Division on Saturday night around 21:20 hours on Mandela Avenue in the vicinity of Space Gym. The police who acted on information they received stopped the Route 42 minibus that was proceeding south along Mandela Avenue, driven and owned by Edward McCalmont, a 40-year-old corporal of GDF attached to Camp Ayangana, and the other GDF rank, John Johnson, 24, a lance corporal attached to Base Camp Stevenson, in the front passenger seat. The GDF ranks, who were fully dressed in their uniform, were informed about why they were stopped by police ranks, who then searched the vehicle and found 49 large bulky parcels wrapped with transparent plastic on the seats of the bus. They were told about the offense committed, arrested, and cautioned. They were taken to the East La Penitence police station, where the substance, which was suspected to be cannabis, was weighed and amounted to 316 pounds. The soldiers are still in custody as the police continue their investigations. This is the second police bust involving ranks from the Guyana Defense Force in days. On Thursday, the 18th of July 2024, Staff Sergeant Adissa Higgins and Sergeant Culvey Sam were nabbed with 154 pounds of cannabis in 22 bulky bags along the covered-in public road. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richard.
Join us after this break. We have more news for you. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Some $76.517 billion is being invested in housing development and the building of highways, creating wholesome communities for your families. This, among other developments, is supported by oil and gas revenue.
Get a 50-inch TV when you buy a 65-inch or 75-inch TV at the Quartz and Lucky Dollar one-day mattress stand sale on Friday, July 26, 2024. Get mattresses from $12,999 and save 50% on selected mattresses with the early bird deals when you shop from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Enjoy BOGO free on home accessories, bedding accessories, and small appliances. Get a complete queen bed for only $99,999 and free kids bicycles with any adult bicycle purchase. Limited quantities available, so hurry and shop with or without cash and pay $0 down until September. With credit purchases at both Quartz and Lucky Dollar stores. Conditions apply.
Guyana, on Thursday, August 1st, all roads lead to the National Park at the African Culture and Development Association, ACDA, hosts its 31st Emancipation Festival. Bring the entire family for a day of African cultural celebration with information, sports, African food, free children's fun center, African craft, fashion, and much more. Come see amazing local superstars like Samuel Midas, Charmin Blackman, Big Red, Firstborn, Lambi, Zion Kid, Gadai, Dynamic Force, Brass Kofi, Joro Dancers, Otella Lewis, Nature Boy, and much more, all backed by the famed band. International cultural acts from Suriname and Nigeria. Come, let's culminate our celebration of the culture of our forefathers with special guests all the way from Kingston, Jamaica, Mr. August Downs, Dwayne Stevenson, and his amazing ensemble. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Adults, $1,500 before 5 p.m. $2,000 after. It's a family affair. See you there. Harambe, we all pull together.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. You with the HGP Nightly News. Alliance for Change Executive Member Dianarine Ramsarup is gravely concerned about the likely suspension of Guyana from the Global Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative amid shortcomings in achieving transparency and accountability in the extractive industry. More details from Antonio Day.
February 1st, 2023. Guyana was suspended from the Global Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, EITI, for failing to submit its 2020 report on the progress of the country's extractive industries. The ban was subsequently lifted following Guyana's publication of its 2020 EITI report on the 30th of June 2023. The Alliance for Change, AFC fear, that there may be a recurrence this year since the Guyana Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, GYEITI, failed to provide updated data for the sectors. This was AFC executive member Dianarine Ramsarup pointed to the absence of critical information required.
Incomplete sector coverage The EITI's inability to comprehensively include all extractive sectors, such as the small-scale mining and informal operations, has led to significant gaps in transparency effort.
According to the NORAN, data and reports have frequently been delayed, marred by inconsistencies, casting doubt on the reliability of information disclosed to the public.
Concern persists regarding the initiative governance structures, independence, stakeholders' engagement, and operational capacity, undermining its credibility. Despite data disclosure, there has been a notable absence of concrete improvement in governance, corruption reductions, or effective revenue management.
EITI countries commit to disclose information along the extractive industry value chain, from how extraction rights are awarded and how revenues are channeled through government and benefits to the public. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Banks DIH Limited has launched its Automotive and Services Limited initiative, and the President Irfan Ali said Guyana should look into building a local brand of electric vehicles. Find out more details from Daisy Richards.
President Irfan Ali on Saturday at the commissioning of Banks Automotive and Services Limited highlighted that Guyana should not have to import electronic vehicles due to the country being carbon negative, and as such, the country should look into and invest in a local brand for electronic vehicles.
The major purpose of EVs is to develop a social consciousness into purchasing a vehicle and caring for the environment at the same time. Then the environment must be the driving force that pushes the EV market.
The president added that Guyana has a lot of potential to building a brand to promote electronic vehicles.
Just imagine the brand potential of selling EV vehicles that are manufactured in a carbon negative country like Guyana. Just imagine the added potential to that brand and selling that brand.
He highlighted that this venture can also offer an opportunity for the local private sector to join forces in globally positioning Guyana.
Here is where the local private sector, here is where I think Banks DIH must leverage its power, its brain power, its financial power, and its market position to go to the manufacturers of EVs. This is the type of thinking that would evolve the way we do business, and this is the type of thinking that will broaden and create the opportunities that will position Guyana in a better place globally.
Guyana has zero tax on electronic vehicles and has market trade agreements for goods and services with over 300 million people, according to President Ali. The government has also started to invest in electronic car chargers to promote a clean environment. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Alleged chicken smuggler Naresh Ramjatan, a 36-year-old from Greenfield, East Coast, Demerara, remains hospitalized but in a stable condition, nursing 2 gunshot wounds. Ramjatan claimed he was standing on a boat when he suddenly heard several loud explosions and felt he was shot in his leg and shoulder. The incident occurred Saturday night at the Enmore Seawall, East Coast, Demerara. 3 Guyana Revenue Authority GRA enforcement officers have since submitted written statements, and their hands were also swabbed for gunshot residue. Their firearms, along with ammunition, were also lodged to be taken for ballistics. At around 7:05 the following morning, that's Sunday, July 28, police arrested Ganesh Ramcharan, called Brian, a 22-year-old porter of Beehive, East Coast, Demerara, who was caught hiding in a clump of bushes along the seawall at Enmore, East Coast, Demerara. He was questioned about his purpose at the seawall, and he claimed that he was there to catch crabs. Subsequently, he admitted that he was hired by people from Beehive to fetch chicken from a boat and put it into buses. He was arrested and escorted to the Cove and John police station. He was placed in custody and is assisting with investigations. Stay tuned for regional news.
ExxonMobil Guyana was one of the sponsors of the recently concluded CARICOM Classic Chess Tournament, a week-long regional competition featuring teams from Guyana, the Bahamas, Barbados, the Cayman Islands, Dominica, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. We recently sat down with two top players and the Guyana Chess Federation president to chat about the local chess scene. Meet FIDE Master Anthony Drayton and Candidate Master Taffin Khan.
Chess is actually booming in Guyana right now because of all the progress that the Chess Federation has made with the chess program in the schools. Right now we've covered like about 2,000 young persons. We've never had so many young persons playing chess at the same time in Guyana. Right, and due to all these chess activities and tournaments like the CARICOM tournament and the Chess Olympiad, chess is more competitive now.
You'll be playing against the best of the best in every region. So far, I only ever had like 10,000 people in the world who obtain Canadian Master title out of 750 million people who play chess. And field master title about 7,000. I am playing around 5,000 and grandmasters around 2,000 in the history since the so for obtaining these titles is a really hard thing to do.
Just like how a normal person prep for an interview or prep for a job, you're preparing for it all the time, and you also analyze sometimes you psychoanalyze your opponents also to figure out their weaknesses, where they go wrong, the slight mistakes that they make. Because when you're playing at our level, you're not depending on somebody to blunder. You are open that those slight inaccuracies you can capitalize upon to be able to win a game. So it's not easy. You just go sit there, your opponent blunders, and then you win. So you have to do a lot of preparation work before and even after.
While the local scene is quickly expanding, there are opportunities to participate in international events. In addition to the recent tournament celebrating the 50th anniversary of CARICOM through chess, there's another reason why the tournament was unique to these players.
We're home. Many tournaments we go to, we don't get the comfort of own food, and the environment of being next to persons that is rooting for you. You're among strangers, and you have to not act different, but you have to now get comfortable with their type of living and their environment. And it's not easy to do that when you're playing in these foreign countries like in Europe and so on, Russia and so on, because it's very cold most times, right? And we're not accustomed to that all the time. So getting adjusted to it is difficult, but we do pull through at the end of the day and get the results that we were looking for and our titles, alright? But yes, home growth is very good.
My advice is that if you get into chess, start with the end game.
I've actually been playing chess for about 14 plus years now. I learned late. Unlike some of the kids that get the opportunity to learn at 6 and 11 years old, I only learned at 16 years old actually. Right? So imagine if I would learn at 6 years old. You would be so proud of me. You would have definitely known my name.
The Guyana Chess Federation plays a pivotal role in the development of chess in Guyana. Beyond the competition and ranking, chess is a game that fosters creative and strategic thinking. And the Guyana Chess Federation has been working to expand the sport across society, including a focus on special needs students and women.
We had a young girl who became a women's champion, and she said she's now doing her CSEC. And she said her time management at her CSEC exam was because of chess. So, this shows the immediate transfer of what she would have been doing in chess and managing her time is now helping her for her exams.
Get a 50-inch TV when you buy a 65-inch or 75-inch TV at the Quartz and Lucky Dollar one-day mattress stand sale on Friday, July 26, 2024. Get mattresses from $12,999 and save 50% on selected mattresses with the early bird deals when you shop from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Enjoy BOGO free on home accessories, bedding accessories, and small appliances. Get a complete queen bed for only $99,999 and free kids bicycles with any adult bicycle purchase. Limited quantities available, so hurry and shop with or without cash and pay $0 down until September. With credit purchases at both Quartz and Lucky Dollar stores. Conditions apply.
Guyana, on Thursday, August 1st, all roads lead to the National Park as the African Culture and Development Association, ACTA, hosts its 31st Emancipation Festival. Bring the entire family for a day of African cultural celebration with information, sports, African food, free children's fun center, African craft, fashion, and much more. Come see amazing local superstars like Samuel Midas, Charmin Blackman, Big Red, First Boy, Lambi, Zion Kid, Gadai, Dynamic Force, Brass Kofi, Joro Dancers, Otella Lewis, Nature Boy, and much more, all backed by the famed band. International cultural acts from Suriname and Nigeria. Come, let's culminate our celebration of the culture of our forefathers with special guests all the way from Kingston, Jamaica, Mr. August Down, Dwayne Stevenson, and his amazing ensemble. Gates open at 10 a.m. sharp. Adult, $1,500 before 5 p.m. $2,000 after. It's a family affair. See you there. Harambe, we all pull together.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro and opposition rival Edmundo Gonzalez on Monday both claimed victory in Venezuela's presidential election as Washington and other foreign governments cast doubt on official results that kept the incumbent in power. The National Electoral Authority said just after midnight that Maduro had won a third term with 51% of the vote, a result that would extend a quarter century of socialist rule. But independent exit polls pointed to a big opposition win following enthusiastic shows of support for Gonzalez and opposition leader Maria Corina Machado on the campaign trail. Gonzalez won 70%, said Machado, who had been barred from holding public office in a decision she says is unfair. Gonzalez told supporters that rules had been violated on polling day. Quote, "Our message of reconciliation and peaceful change still stands. Our struggle continues and we won't rest until the will of the people of Venezuela is respected," unquote, he said. It was not immediately clear exactly what the opposition's next move might be. Gonzalez also said he was not calling for supporters to take to the streets or commit any acts of violence. But isolated incidents took place around the country before the announcement of results, including the death of one man in Tajiri State and scuffles at polling sites in Caracas and other places. Police dispersed the protest in Catia, traditionally a ruling party bastion in western Caracas. While in Barbados is once again recruiting nurses from Ghana, despite reports that a number of them, particularly those from the first batch entering the country, had broken their contracts to go to greener pastures in the United Kingdom. Minister of Health, the Most Honorable Senator Dr. Jerome Walcott, in an interview with the Sunday Sun, disclosed that they were preparing to welcome a third batch of nurses from Ghana and also from the Philippines. However, a source affiliated with the program said while the Ghanaian nurses did experience some administrative problems while in Barbados, particularly with late payments, a number of them had only used Barbados as a stepping stone to get to the UK. Quote, "Before their contracts were up, they were asking for transcripts because in order to get to do nursing in the UK, they had to show that they worked in an English-speaking country. So after Barbados spent thousands of dollars chartering a flight for them to come here and basically training them as well, many packed up and left for the UK," unquote. Finally, the Dutch Caribbean island of Curaçao on Sunday became the newest associate member of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, a bloc promoting economic integration and cooperation across a region of largely small island developing states. Curaçao joined the group during a ceremony at the opening of the organization Heads of Government Summit in Grenada, where leaders are set to discuss issues such as the growing impact of climate change. Thank you for watching. Do have a productive week. Until next time.
Election fraud trial opens. Prosecution, defense clash over first witness testimony. CARICOM introduces regional agri-insurance program for agricultural resilience. Police snabs 2 GDF ranks with 316 pounds of cannabis, and the private sector should invest in local brand of electric vehicles. President Ali. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Alethea Grant. Thanks for watching.